touching heart and transforming lives. Namaskar. I am Smriti Kumari Yadav, the mentor of Team 360 organization, and this is the first video of the playlist How to Study Smart. And in this video, we are going to talk about the preliminary preparation that we need to do before studying, the things and the points that we need to consider before actual study sessions. So the first point that we need to really consider before studying, and the main point is the purpose of studying. We spend most of our time in our whole life studying, then why are we studying? It is a very important point to be known. If we are willing to put all our energy, time, effort on a particular task, we should be able to also know the purpose of that task. If we give all our energy and effort on studying without knowing the purpose of studying, it will be meaningless. It will be meaningless, and as the time goes on, it will be very hard for a person to continue to study or to work hard on that particular project, because if they do not have a purpose of studying, if they do not know why they are studying, how will they continue? How will they continue to work hard on their goals? How will they have the courage to go on when they do not know where are they actually heading? So for me, the most important point that we need to consider before studying is the purpose of the study. What the purpose could be? It could be different from person to person. I cannot tell you, or someone else cannot tell you that what is your purpose of life or what is your purpose of studying. You have to be able to find yourself, whether you want to study in order to get good grades. The purpose of your study should be only defined by you. It cannot be defined by someone else. It could be either getting good grades, or it could be making your parents happy, or it could be being financially stable, being able to do your dream job, or being able to learn new things about the world, about the life, or any particular subjects that interest you. What is your purpose of life could be different. It could be to be financially independent and then serve the world. It could be anything, but we all should have a purpose in our life, and greater the purpose will be, greater will be your inspiration to continue to study. And that purpose, that inspiration will help you and guide you throughout this journey. The external motivation is not going to last you long, but the purpose, the inspiration will be there for you forever. So for that, the purpose is very important for us. We should be able to know why are we actually studying. Once we have a rough idea of our purpose, then we have to set some SMART goals. What does that really mean is, the goals that you set should be in line with your purpose, and they should be very specific of what you truly want to do, or what steps will you take to reach your purpose. Those steps should be measurable. If you cannot measure your goals, your progress, then it will be difficult for you to really understand whether you are actually reaching your goal or not. And you should also have some realistic goals. You should not have high expectation of yourself, and if you do so, and if you could not complete your goals, then it will rather demotivate you to reach your goal, which is not that we want. We want to reach our goals as soon as possible, so that it could motivate us to move towards our purpose. And the goal that you set should be relevant to your purpose. It should be in alignment with your purpose. And also, the purpose can be timeless. It can be timeless, but the goal should be time bound. Because if a goal is timeless, then, for example, if you set a goal to read a particular book, and you do not have a time limit to that, or a deadline to that, you might just postpone that task or postpone that goal forever. So there should be a time bound to actually measure your goals. Now once you measure or once you have a clear SMART goals for yourself, then you should also have some mini goals and mini habits for your regular study sessions. That will help you to reach your daily goals, reach your study session goals. Now, as we know our purpose, we have set some SMART goals and mini habits to reach that goal and to reach our purpose. Now what we should consider is that our study location. Location has energy. Every different location that you go in carries a different energy. For example, if you go to a library, it has a different kind of vibe, it has a different kind of energy. If you stay in your home, it has a different kind of energy. If you stay or go or visit a different place like beach or a forest or anything or club or anything where you go, every different location has every different kind of energy. So you should create a space where your energy should be highest when you are studying. You cannot fulfill your goals and your study targets if you are in a space that is not comfortable to you, that is not making you happy, or that is very distracting. So you should always find a place or space where you could be comfortable with. A space could be different from person to person. Someone might like to go in a library and study there. Someone might like to be alone in their room and then study. Someone could like to study under a garden in peaceful place. Some might love group study. It could be different from person to person. What your location will look like should be dependent on you. You should know that what are the type of things that I like when I want my energy to be highest, when I want my productivity to be highest. It will be different from person to person. But there are a few things that you should be considering while finding a study location is that the location should be free of distraction. You should not get distracted by any external things or anyone else in that study zone or study space. The place should be very comfortable. It should not be very restricting to you or making you uncomfortable, or your attention might decrease. And again, it should also consist of all your essentials like your water. If you like to eat something between the study breaks, it should have that. It should be near to the washroom so that your study breaks or your study session is not interrupted. And you should also consider one main thing is that your study space should make you happy. The moment when you are happy from within, that is when you are at highest energy level and you can do all the work with minimum amount of resistance. So make sure your study location is full of happiness and full of comfort for you. It should consist of all the elements that you require to study and all the elements that makes you happy but not distract. Now after we have found our location, we should also know that what is the optimum time when you are most productive. Some people might be most productive in the morning, some people might be most productive in the afternoon, while others could be most productive while in the evening, because it depends on the person to person and their hormone levels and also on their habits. If someone has a habit of getting up early, then that person might like studying in the morning, or if someone likes to stay up, his or her attention is really high during the night time, then that person should be able to manage time accordingly and study all the hard topics or all those subjects in those times when his or her productivity is at their highest. Now, as we have discussed the purpose, the habits, the goals, the SMART goals, the location, the time, now the very important thing that we should also consider is our study resources. Nowadays, we do not just take a random book and study that, or just take a copy and note down the notes from the book to a copy. Nowadays, we have modern techniques for learning. We have internet, we have Google, we have many other search engines where we can find our answers. We have YouTube where we can learn, and it could be from different person to person. Even the classes are now digital, and we share our notes through social media. So we have to adapt to that and know our optimum study resources, the resources that help you the most. How we will know what kind of resources are most helpful to us? For that we have to know our learning style. Some people have audio learning style, some people have kinesthetic learning style, while others have visual learning styles. In a person there are all different kind of these styles. You should be able to find what your learning style is and be able to collect all those resources that align with your subject and with your learning style. If you are an audio learner, you should have some audio books or some kind of recordings, or you should have a friend who could verbally teach you, or where you could both discuss all your answers verbally, so that to that person the learning process will be much easier. And if a person is kinesthetic, he or she should have a summary note or keywords or a flashcard or a mind map to remember the things that he or she have learned. Or if someone is a visual learner, then he or she should prefer to collect some animation videos for their study sessions. All these study resources that you need, all your pens, marker, books, anything that you need while you are studying should be ready beforehand. Now, as we have discussed all of this, now the main and the most simple yet the most effective technique that I'm going to share that we all should do before study sessions is to meditate and to be mindful of why we are actually studying, why we are conducting this study session, why we are working so hard towards something. So for that you could do different activities. For that you could do some affirmations. You could do some gratitude journaling. You could do some silence meditation. You could do some say some mantra meditation. Any kind of meditation could help, and it doesn't have to be 2 hours long or 1 hour long. It could be just 15 minutes long or minimum of 5 minutes long, and even those 5 minutes are going to increase your efficiency of your whole study session. So now when you will go to your next study session, make sure that you try to follow all of this. But if following all of this at once is hard, at least you try to follow the meditation practice, and if this helps you, then you should slowly start doing all other exercises as well. These were some things that if you consider before studying, it might help you to increase your efficiency and help you to study smart. And if you have any queries related to these topics, if you want to know your learning style, or if you want to know how to really set some smart goals, you can comment down below and we'll try to help you. Wishing you all a very happy life. Thank you.